Okay, when it comes to colour pencil portraits, I use the Faber Castell polycromos pencils. When I first started, I used the 36 set, then I jumped up to the 60 set, and only recently I've jumped up to the 120 set. When I need a pencil for a portrait, I usually just buy the pencils by itself at my local art shop. They sell the pencils singly. And a side note too, with Faber-Castell pencils, they are a lot harder to blend, like really hard, versus like Prismacolors. The 36 set is definitely good enough to do realistic portraits. You got everything in that 36 set. And the paper that I use for my portraits is Stonehenge 250 GSM. Now when I use this paper, I don't really use the front facing surface because of the texture is a little bit more rougher. Well, I think it is, from my experience. I've been told that there's no difference, but I personally feel like there is a difference. But maybe if you buy the paper, you can have a look and see for yourself. If you're working on smoother paper, it's easy to complete the portrait quicker. You don't have to work so hard to build up the solid layers. This is personally, I think, the best paper that works with the Faber-Castell pencils. And last, but most importantly, is what pencils I use for skin tones. Well, every time I do skin tones, I always grab these 5 pencils. Usually don't use black in skin tones because it looks really horrible. I've got my black, my white, my light brown, dark brown, reddish pink, and light skin tone peachy colour. If there's a pencil in there I don't need, I'll take it out and replace it with one that is more proper for the portrait, but usually I'll start off with this. When you get your reference picture and you print it out, and you'll go through and figure out what pencils you need, what you don't need. I think for the Jim Carrey portrait I used all these pencils for the skin tone with a bit of orange and a bit of yellow mixed in there. I do occasionally use the Prismacolored pencils. The reason I do is because of their wax based versus the Faber-Castell. They got really hard lead, so you can do really sharp details with them. These are softer lead, but you can get really nice smooth layers with them, especially in the lighter tones. So I think I used these two on the Shane Dawson portrait, so I used them. These little barcodes here means that I brought the pencils separately from the actual set. I'll put the numbers down below so you can have a look at them. And this is a sharpener I use. It's just called Jolly. It's a real cheap one, but personally I think it really works well with the Faber-Castell pencils. Just because they're hard lead, you can get them really to a sharp point, and they keep that point for a longer time. I'll put a link down below to where you can get this. But yeah, I really like it. It lasts for a while too.